We're going to start with the chest fly. We're going to start in a vertical position, wrists straight, arms slightly bent at the bottom, wrists do not go past the lower back, and back up. Make sure there's no bend in the wrists, slight bend in the elbows. So for back, we're going to start with a bent over row, left foot slightly forward, right foot slightly back. With the right arm, start with the arm straight, and then bring the arm just past perpendicular with the back. Biceps, we're going to do a standard curl. Arms start on the down, all the way down, vertical position. Come on up slow. Down, back up just past midline. And squeezing the muscle on the way up. This isolates the bicep brachii muscle. From here we can also turn and do hammer curls. This will isolate the brachioradialis muscle. So for tricep kickbacks, we start with a parallel arm to the ground. And we extend the wrist and the elbow outwards, keeping everything nice and tight, isolating the tricep. What we don't want to do here is use momentum or go too fast where the shoulder will swing. That's wrong. We want to keep the shoulder fixed, extend the elbow and the wrist out.
So here we're doing a dumbbell squat. You want to be sure to get down and get parallel with the ground, 90 degrees. Keep your chest up as you're squatting, and make sure not to look down, just look straight ahead. Here we're doing RDLs. As you see, when he's bringing the weight down, he keeps it close to his body, past his knees, making sure to keep his head in a neutral position. And he's keeping a center of gravity as he brings the weight down. We have a box squat. This is great for beginners because it actually forces you to go all the way down and get parallel. Now when you're coming back up, be sure to drive through the hips and keep your weight centered on your heels. Be sure to keep your head in a neutral position while you're doing this. Here we have a military press with the barbell. As you can see, starting with the weight on his shoulder and fully extending, and he's gently bringing it back down and touching it on his shoulder.
Here we have Derek demonstrating a bicep curl. The main points to remember: feet shoulder width apart, keep your back straight, including your head, keep your arm close to the side, try to isolate the shoulder and the elbow so that only your forearm is lifting. Elbow is staying as isolated as you can. And full range of motion, it's also important.
Daniel demonstrating the tricep pull down with the band. You see how he keeps his shoulders isolated and close to his body. He keeps his head in neutral position. From full range of motion. Daniel demonstrating how to properly perform a chest fly with resistance bands. You'll notice that his left foot, or his less dominant foot, is forward to keep his balance and keep his form, and his arms are somewhat bent and at chest level. Notice his back is not forward, he's not extended, it is flat. Here we have Daniel performing a leg curl, targeting their hamstrings. See how his leg goes all the way down to about more than 90 degrees up. He's keeping his back straight, looking forward. Brings it straight under, right below his knees, straight back up.
We have Derek showing us how to do a shoulder workout with resistance bands. You see his entire body is straight, his arm is straight, he's isolating movement to his shoulders. He's not lifting higher than his shoulder, just doing a shoulder workout. Here we have Derek demonstrating how to do a quad exercise with the resistance bands. Sort of like a leg press, however with resistance bands. You want to try to bring your knee as close to your chest each time as you can and extend with a full range of motion. Do as best as you can to keep your back isolated so that only your quads are doing the work. Just want to feel it in the butt.
So we're doing a wall stretch for our chest section. Start with the arms up, And he's pressing the shoulders back as far as they'll go and bring them all the way down, feeling that, opening his chest up. Back stretch, we're going to do a side bend. We're going to start with the arms up. We're going to drop one arm down, and he's going to lean while he looks at the tips of his fingers. As he comes back up, arms up, drop the other side, same thing, eyes up. Feel it. The biceps, we're going to do a standing bicep stretch. He's going to grab onto the post with his left hand, and he's going to just lean forward, and it pulls on the bicep ever so slightly. We're going to do an overhead tricep stretch. Arm goes to the middle of the back, pull on the elbow slightly, not too much, and then release. From the back, same movement. So here we have a neutral grip pull-up. Start from a dead hang all the way to chin up above the bar. Big thing here is do not cross your legs. That's cheating. Neutral grip. Push-ups. Hand placement is important here, as well as keeping the back straight, keeping the core tight. Coming all the way down, chest to ground if you can. Modifier here would be to put your knees in the ground if you're having trouble. And down. Back stays straight, all the way down. For triceps, we can do bench dips. Arms start fully extended. You come down as far as you can. Arms should be parallel to the floor as you come down. Several different variations on this as well. We can bend the knees, put your feet up on something else, depending on the intensity that we require. Isolation, we're going to do a reverse grip pull-up. Notice the supinated grip on the pull-up bar. Start from a dead hang. Make sure your chin comes above the bar on each rep. Same thing here, do not cross your feet. This is a handstand push-up against the wall. Start with arms fully extended, touch your head to the ground. This isolates the shoulders. So for glutes, we're doing a single leg kickback. We're on our hands and knees, extending the leg as far as we can go. Weight squats work the quadricep muscles. It's the exact same form as a regular weighted squat. You want your weight on your heels. Knees do not go over your toes. Legs should reach 90-degree parallel to the floor. Looking forward, not looking down. So for hamstrings, we're going to do a standing leg curl. Standing feet shoulder width apart. And we're going to bring the leg up parallel to the floor.